What's up, what's up, what's up? How everyone is feeling today? Welcome back to the live stream. Nice to see you all. And today is the release day. Have you guys seen my new package? Oh yeah, baby. We're going to talk about all of that today. Plus, exploring the new Agentic editor of JetBrains, which I'm very excited to explore today, actually. So this will be awesome. We are going to build an app together and it will be dope. Alexandro Kovi, how you doing? Nice to see you. Oscar, what's up, dude? Nice to see you as well. Peak and Flow, of course, from Twitch. How you guys doing today? What's up, Kick? TikTokers, everyone. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week so far. Okay, it's Wednesday, middle of the week. I know. But we have exciting news. I have just released the package and I want to show you everything, okay? I want to show you everything. First of all, how are you guys doing today? What are you guys doing right now? What are you guys working on at the minute? Nice to see you all in my live stream as well. You just saw the paw video. It looks cool. Thank you. Let me show you, actually. Let me actually show you. It's awesome. I'm excited. Well. I'm excited as well, chat. I'm excited as well. Let me show you, okay? Let me show you. And this is the project I've been working on for a while already. Okay, it's called POW. Let me actually show you. I'm not logged in. Fuck, that's the problem. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. Let me log in into this GitHub account real quick. Oh my god. Hello Archie, how you doing? Nice to see you. Chat, say hello, say W stream, how everyone is feeling today. Hopefully good. I'm feeling super happy today. I went to the gym very early today. I managed to publish a video about this new package I've been working on, and I kind of want to show you everything about this today, okay? Plus, build an actual application with you all with JetBrains here, okay? But first, let's talk about this. Okay, so I just published on Twitter a new announcement, which I kind of want to show you as well, but fuck, I cannot log in. It's only problems today, literally, but let me try something else, though. Let me try to go to my Twitter profile directly. Can I do this? Yes, I can. Here we go. Here is the tweet chat. Okay, here is the magnificent tweet. Okay, here we go. Anyways, yeah, just, I've been working on this project called POW, and better than just show you what it is, we are going to actually use this project today. I actually want to just show you the video real quick for those who are not familiar with the video yet, okay? This is the video. This is the link for the video, but this is what the project is about. Let me show you. By the way, tap W sound, okay? Type W sound if the sound is okay. What's up, everyone? And today I'm gonna introduce you to POW. How is the sound, by the way? Is the sound any good? Hopefully it's good. Type W sound if the sound is okay. W sound, thank you. All right, Shad. Let's watch the video real quick for those of you who haven't watched yet, okay? If you like the package, type W POW, okay? W POW, everyone. What's up, everyone, and today I'm gonna introduce you to POW. Everyone is using agents to code, and the reality is that agents are still getting that human readable output. And as you can see here, we have 400 lines literally of human readable output. With ASCII characters, we have colors, we have pretty much everything here. Close to 500 lines here, which is kind of crazy. Now, those 500 lines can actually represent a big number in terms of tokens, but more importantly, they can pull-weight your context window. That's why today we are fixing this by introducing POW. POW is agent-optimized output for PHP testing tools, is fully agnostic, works with Laravel, Symfony, Laminas, Vanilla PHP, whatever, but also works with any PHP testing framework, PHP Unit, Past, or Paratest. So this tool, when you are running within an AI agent, Claude Code, Cursor, Devino, whatever, will automatically transform those tokens into just 20 tokens. That's it. Super simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, really just works, which represents a bunch of reduction in terms of tokens, but more importantly, a bunch of reduction in terms of cost savings. This one was actually crazy. When I noticed that actually, if you run past PHP without any flag like compact or any tail whatsoever, if you run it like 50 times with 1,000 tests, will actually be $7 if you are using Claude Code's API. Obviously, not a lot of people are using Claude Code's API, they're using the subscription. But, if you're using the API, this literally $7 reduction on a 50 run in the same session, The one thing that is worth to mention that is Claude Code have some caching and shit like that, which is not contemplated. It's very hard to calculate this cost, okay? But, kind of crazy though. So for example here, using Claude Code's API, but also running 1,000 tests 50 times, we actually see, for example, $7 being saved on that session, which is kind of crazy. Now it's time to see this in action. Let's actually require POW on this project. Type composer required in Maduro. This was a very important thing for me. So as you may know, I really wanted to support the entire ecosystem. So Laravel, Symfony, Laminas, whatever. Plus I wanted to support PHP Unit, Paratest, plus Past PHP. I really wanted the entire ecosystem to be included on this one. So the only thing you really have to do is type composer require, and that's it. Instantly, the agent gets JSON output. POW, and when this is over, I can actually go back to Claude Code, and I'm going to ask exactly the same thing. And bam, done. Now we have JSON output. As you can see, you have literally JSON output. And something I've noticed, which I should have mentioned on the video, here all the way top, we have 1,000 assertions running in less than a second, 700 milliseconds. And just below we have JSON. Because it's just JSON with a minimal compact output, it's instantly faster as well, which I probably should have mentioned, but instead of having all this human readable output before, and I can type Control O to actually see what we have inside. And as you can see, we have super minimal structured JSON output ready for the machine to read, and we have only the information we need. Now, it's important to keep in mind that this works with any PHP testing framework. So I can go here to this project, just go back and ask to run vendor. Very important, chat. You see, we love PHP Unit, by the way. Everyone typing PHP Unit. We love PHP Unit in the PHP past community. Everyone loves PHP Unit, so of course we had to include PHP Unit on this one. In PHP Unit, for example, and this will equally work just like magic. I can even ask to run para-test if I want to. And that is no better feeling than watching yourself and like what you are seeing right now. So I really love when I produce a video and then I enjoy watching the video. You know, that means the video is good, by the way. When I'm editing, I always try to think like, I am having fun watching this video. And if the answer is no, probably people won't have fun either, you know? So equally work as well. And this is framework agnostic, meaning that it works on Symfony, Laminas, whatever. Now, this plugin also supports any output of the plugins on path that you love. So if you have coverage, like coverage, mutation testing, you know, anything that provokes, that basically outputs anything else besides the regular PHP unit pass output, that output will be put it just below. Now, one very important thing about this is that it won't have any colors, it won't have any spacing, will be literally like super optimized for the machine. Things like type coverage, mutation testing, or more. Here, as an example, I'm running past PHP with -- coverage, and as you can see, the output of the coverage is being put on this key called the output, and just below, Claude was able to understand that output and give me a coverage summary real quick. Oh my god, I should have demoed something. So yesterday, I literally ran this project with Claude against the previous output, like all the colorings and shit like that, and then I ran with the JSON output and asked Claude which output you prefer the most. And he said, oh my god, I prefer much better the second one because it's so much less content to parse and to read. Let me just show you how errors and failures are actually handled on this minimal JSON output. So I'm going to go to this assert true, and I'm going to actually assert that this true is actually false, which will cause a failure. And then I'm going to go back to my terminal, and I'm going to just say to Claude to literally run again everything. So I will just say run the test suite again. And by doing this, Claude will now get that error directly on that JSON minimal output, and it will be able to understand what's happening. As you can see now, we have this failures array, which is telling the AI where exactly the test suite is failing, and just below was able to understand that. I can even come here and say, can you fix it? And obviously the AI will understand very quickly what and be good to go. And that's it. Let me know in the comments below what do you think about this project. So this is out, by the way. This is the YouTube video. In case you want to support my work, the only thing you have to do is go to the video itself and click on this like button, okay? If you want to support my work. Literally takes a second, and it means the world to me, okay? So that is out. The repo, let me send it to you as well, in case you guys want to use it. I actually need like beta testers. Package name is fantastic. It actually means bread in Portuguese, by the way. But anyways, so this is the package link. If you guys want to support the package, just put a star on the repo, but also like actually test it out. The only thing you have to do is type this composer require Nuno Maduro Pau. And then by doing this, you just have to ask your agent. Your agent will literally just include will start producing JSON from that on, hopefully, okay? That's what is supposed to happen, okay? But there is crazy results here, and hopefully the community will be excited about this, okay? So this is Pau. What else I want to speak with you about before we jump in? Did you guys saw the Axios security issue plus Claude getting open sourced? Did you guys saw that shit? Type W or whatever if you have seen that, because it is kind of crazy. Let me actually just, you know, kind of speak with you a little bit about that. Axios issue. Axios issue? No, not really. More Axios. Here we go. The Hacker News. Is this a good one? Yeah, do you want to see the... Yeah, let's actually quick talk about this. This is kind of crazy, honestly. I have just read in between the lines, and I have quickly scanned my desktop about this, by the way. You guys seen it? Yeah, just to give you like... just to make you understand how problematic this shit was. So basically, JavaScript has this equivalent of packages in PHP called NPM, okay? So through NPM is where people in JavaScript get packages, updates, and shit like that. Now, one very famous package called Axios actually got compromised. Okay, Axios is used by Laravel apps, even, you know. It's used everywhere, literally. Axios is like this HTTP wrapper that literally does what Fetch does, but with a more fancy API. Now, the problem with this is that Axios actually got compromised, meaning that one of the maintainers' account got compromised, and he was able to actually publish a malware within one of the versions of Axio. And the versions are this one, by the way. I would highly recommend all of you literally just go to every single project you have and just run this script to check if you are using any of these versions, because if you are, it's like very, very problematic. Literally, like you get a Trojan horse installed in your laptop, which can do various things. Like the hacker can literally download files and just inspect your laptop and shit like that. Anyways, the first thing I did was literally check if I have any of those two versions on my laptop, and I don't, which is good. But yeah, you would type npm install. That would literally run a post-install script, which will install this virus in your laptop, and it would just remove itself, so you would never know, basically. It's kind of insane. You slept while that version was out. Yeah, it was kind of insane. And, and that would give like remote access to the attacker. And it's kind of crazy. Like apparently the way the attacker got access to Axios repository was by getting access to a classic long-lived token. So one of the maintainers had this old token that didn't have an expired date, and basically the attacker got access to that token. He was able to publish a version on his behalf. That was basically a version that was there on npm for 3 hours, meaning that if you by any accident created a Laravel app during those 3-hour window in your laptop, the likelihood that you are currently with a Trojan horse in your laptop is just huge. And, I got super scared. When I saw that, I instantly ran a security check on my laptop. There is scripts out there already which you can run and see if you have any issues. But yeah, at Laravel, we also did what we could. We instantly updated the starter kits to not use this, to not be able to even install the version with the issue. And it's kind of interesting because now people are saying, okay, well, how can we actively or proactively make sure we don't install new versions like instantly, so the maintainer have some time to literally just put them out there, put them like out of the npm. And some people are saying like something you can do is run this npm config set minimum release age 3, which literally says, okay, if there is a new version of this package, at least wait 3 days before you are able to install it in your laptop. What do you guys think about this? Do you think it's a good idea? Type yes, type no if you don't think it's a good idea. I think it's a double-edged sword in the sense that, obviously you would be protected against this kind of scenarios, so this kind of scenarios would never happen again. But at the same time, like if there is bug fixes, you wouldn't also get those bug fixes instantly, Exactly. What if is a security patch exactly? So it's kind of difficult to even access, even like realize if this is a good idea. I personally don't know. I think it's a yes and a no. It's yes in some cases and no it's in other cases. So exactly. So there is that, and there is also like this second thing you can do, which probably makes sense, which is ignore scripts. Composer already has this, by the way. Composer does not allow you to run scripts as part of Composer update. Okay, you need to explicitly, actually on Laravel, we have that. Let me show you. So on Laravel, if you go to the Laravel repo, we have this script at Composer JSON level right here, which it's past PHP somewhere here, I think. Here we go. So this literally allows past PHP to be able to run scripts, okay? But yeah, it's basically 2 packages only like specified here. But on the JavaScript ecosystem, what they are saying is that just simply do not allow any package that you don't know to be able to execute scripts. So, kind of insane story. Also kind of shows to how sensitive this JavaScript ecosystem currently is. Even the PHP ecosystem may be actually compromised by something like this in the future, Well, I wanted to ensure you guys what I have done this last year regarding my open source packages. As you may know, I support multiple open source packages that probably you use today, things like Collision, things like PastPHP, things like Latticenet, and more. And what I have done is that I have went to every single repository and I have scoped the much as possible the list of maintainers, okay? And I've also ensured that every single maintainer have 2-factor authentication enabled, okay? So that's what I have done so far. There is not much more I can do, honestly. And yeah, I've also, I obviously don't have any token, especially classic tokens on my account, but I only get granular tokens at the minute, which is exactly what we want. So yeah, that's it for the Axios issue. I think this is crazy, by the way. Insanely crazy. The next news we have to talk about, and it's the Claude code being leaked. I'm scared of fucking even Google this, because apparently Anthropic is like suing everyone as part of this issue. And there is a likelihood that some YouTubers actually did videos about like the source code of a Claude code. And they actually say, I actually have the risk of being sued by Anthropic just by doing this video. So currently Anthropic, I'm going to just explain you the issue, okay? So we have Claude Code, the model, and we have Claude Code CLI, okay? Two different things. One is the model, the other one is like the UI for the model. And apparently like the UI for the model, which is Claude Code CLI, got open source by accident, okay? And the mistake was apparently made by Claude Code itself, which is interesting. It's the model itself which literally made an issue. And Anthropic literally, saw that Claude Code CLI's code was leaked. And what they have done is that they started to sue people, like not sue people, but literally issue takedowns on GitHub, meaning that, a lot of people have published that code on GitHub already. And Anthropic literally just starts saying you need to remove that repo from GitHub. The thing is that it's on the internet already. So once it's on the internet, it's just crazy. Let's take a moment to read the chat though a little bit. So Pick and Flow agreeing with the security patch being a double-edged sword, exactly. Domino Source is asking if Bun prevents post-install scripts since long time ago. I didn't know about that. That's interesting. Thank you. Pick and Flow is saying the following: the code is very interesting. I'm using Claude Code to analyze it. So using Claude Code to analyze Claude Code CLI is leaked code. Interesting. I honestly, I don't want to download the code at the minute. I don't want to see the code either because I'm just too scared of it, Man is saying the following: the solution is just to have Laravel build every single thing in the world as first party. No external dependencies. Boom, hire me, Taylor. That's complicated. It's a lot of code to maintain. Laravel sits on top of like a lot of open source packages, and obviously it's kind of hard to maintain everything, okay? But yeah, Claude Code is CLI code. It was leaked. Is TypeScript, okay? That's the only thing I know. It's TypeScript. Which is, it's not a surprise. I kind of knew already it was TypeScript. TypeScript is using Hink CLI framework. But yeah, all is open source. There's literally like a million repos out there. The repo that leaked the code is now with 100K GitHub stars. That's the fastest repo reaching 100K GitHub stars in like a couple days, which is kind of insane as a story, okay? Now, just be mindful about this. Anthropic is this billion evaluated company, and currently their source code got leaked by their product themselves. Like the product, called it Claude Code, leaked the Claude Code CLI code by mistake, which is just hilarious as a story, okay? Anyways, this is kind of interesting. And yeah, let's actually, start the stream real quick. Today's goal is kind of to explore JetBrains Air, okay? JetBrains Air is this new agentic coding editor that JetBrains released. And I kind of want to know if I want to explore this tool with you guys, okay? I haven't seen shit about this. I haven't used it already. Does any of you have used JetBrains Air? And if yes, do you like it? What do you think about it? If you haven't used it, just type no. I'm curious to see what is the adoption currently of this tool. But it's a new editor, and I kind of want to explore it a little bit. Something I like already is that it's not focused on the editor; it's kind of focused on the AI tasks. So this will be interesting to explore a little bit, and we are going to dive into all of this. We are building this thing called goodhabits.com. This is what we are going to build today, I think, and the goal is like having some sort of way where you can track our good habits. Okay, go to the gym, have healthy food, don't drink alcohol, don't smoke, everything. Okay. Okay, someone is saying that there is no Linux version at the moment. Oh, that's interesting. This is like Mac OS only? That's interesting. None of you have tried it, which is good. Okay, so we are going to explore all of this today. It's focused on agentic coding. So I'm going to just give full access, and we are going to explore all of this together, okay? That's the goal for today. A chill live stream exploring JetBrains Air. What do I want to do, and what do I want to talk about? Yeah, and before we start, just as a reminder, I just released POW. POW is this new agentic output for PHP testing tool, supports a Laravel, Symfony, Laminas, and more, PHP Unit and PowerTest and everything. Make sure you check that tweet, but also make sure you watch the video, okay? Okay, here we go. Watch the video, put like on the video, support my work that way, okay? Literally for free. So yeah, let's say thanks to our sponsors, Bradbury International, one of the best digital agencies to work. They do Laravel, they do Vue.js, they're absolutely awesome. Check them out, okay? Radberry.international. We also are supported by SERP API. If you want to have Google access through an API, basically like do Google search and have JSON results. This is literally for you, okay? SERPAPI.com. Also Mailtrap. They used to be like a local email solution, but now they support production emails as well. They are fast, they are awesome. Check them out, mailtrap.io. JetBrains, of course, and it's funny because today we are literally exploring JetBrains Air, which is their new agentic editor for software development. We are going to explore that today, but they are supporting the channel. PHP Storm is dope. Check them out. Of course, Titan.com. They build and rescue web apps and you know, they're awesome. They are experts on React, experts on Laravel. They wrote the book Laravel Up and Running. Check them out, titan.com. CodeRabbit.ai. If you want to have some nice AI code reviews directly on your pull requests, this is absolutely for you, okay? CodeRabbit.ai. That being said, I think we're ready to go. This is POW. Okay. Already like 50 GitHub stars, not bad. Okay, we're ready to go. So let's explore this today. Again, today will be a chill live stream, okay? A chill live stream. You guys are going to help me out exploring this JetBrains editor, okay? This is called the JetBrains Air, by the way. Let me just quickly Google search so you guys actually have the website. If it looks free, though. Do you guys know if this thing is free, though? Because I was able to download it, and then I just open it, and it looks free. So do you guys know if this is actually free? This is the link, by the way, okay? It looks free because I just downloaded it and I open it, and it didn't ask for any license or to just pay for anything, really. So I assume it's just free. Why name POW? POW means bread in Portuguese. That's why. You will order a pizza? Well, no good. Pizza is a lot of carbs, dude. Order a salad, man. A salad with some nice sauce on top of it. That's much healthier, okay? Okay, does any of you have tried Air already? Like, do you know why if it's free? I don't even know. It's working for me. It looks free, though, so... All right, so I kind of want to explore what do we have here. So we have an UI focused on tasks, AI tasks. Okay, what is this? Git work tree, Docker. Oh, I can run this on Docker directly, which is something I don't want to do at the minute. But I can open the tasks. Okay, let's actually just spawn a new task to see how it goes. Let's type here, can you tell me what... Let's actually install POW as part of a new task. That's actually a good point. So I'm going to just say something. I'm going to just copy this. I'm going to say, can you install POW? This is like super small. Let's make it bigger. Here we go. Can you install POW, please? Okay, just send the link. I'm going to click on send. So all the accessibility stuff like keyboard stuff is just working, which is good. Okay, now I can literally see all of the tasks here, which is interesting. Credit balance too low. Shit, it's literally not for free. Oh no, give me a second. How do I even put money on this? I don't even know. Log out. Oh, it's using Claude Code API. That's why it's not working. Shit. What other models can I use? Can I use JetBrains? I can. Well, I think we're going to use Juni, I think. Give me a moment, chat. Give me a moment. You tried today? Well, I thought it was free, but we have to pay for the model. Kind of expected, though, if I'm honest. So let's actually... Do you want to use Juni today? I don't even know. Yeah, let's use Juni. Fuck it. Well, we could use also Codex. It would be kind of cool to use Codex. Yeah, let's actually use Codex. Okay, it's asking for the API key. Where do we even get that? Let me see if I'm not sharing my screen. I'm not. Yeah, let's use Codex real quick. All right, chat. Wait a moment here. I'm just doing login with my open code account real quick. And get an API key. How do I even do that? Here we go. We are going to use Codex, by the way. Okay. All right, so I'm going to create an API key. Let's actually do that. I'm going to call this air. Just access to everything. Yep. I'm going to copy, validate it. Done. Okay, so now I can choose OpenAI. Yes, I can. Nice. I'm going to log out from Anthropic. I'm going to close this. I'm going to reopen it. I don't see it, like. Give me a second, chat. How do I even add? Oh. Okay, I may have to close the entire editor. 1 second. Okay, full screen again. Open good habits. It keeps defaulting for the Cloud Code agents, which is... Oh, I may have to start a new session. That's why. Actually makes sense. Yep. Okay, new task. Codex. Here we go. Okay, we're good to go, I think. I can close this. I can open that. All right, chat, I think we're good to go. So I have here all the GPT models. Just correct me if I'm wrong. I should be using the GPT 5.3 Codex, correct? If I want to use like the Codex model, this is the one. And if yes, like what is the difference between this and the top one? I think I should be using this one because it says Codex. This one doesn't say Codex, so I don't think it's like code optimized or whatever. Use 5.4. It's better than 5.3. Oh, I'm confused now. Oh, the new 5.4 supports Code 2. Okay, well, let's use that one then. I can close this. Let's actually copy this again. I'm going to say the following. Can you install POW on this project? Okay, so now we're using GPT 5.4. This is like probably the very first time I'm actually using Codex for everything. Like, and I'm, you know, you guys know. Oh my God, seriously? 1 second. Usage limit exceeded. Okay, I need to fucking put money on this. 1 second. OpenAI platform. Dashboard usage. How do I even put money on this? I don't even know. What is billing? Usage. Okay, I don't have any money. I have literally 2 cents. How do I put money on this? Your profile. Billing. Usage, maybe? Nope. Oh, billing, got it. Okay, I have 0 cents, so I'm gonna add credits. I'm gonna add $10. I'm gonna actually have like $30 already, so this is done. Confirm payment. Please work on the first go, so I don't have to do anything else. Come on, OpenAI, come on. Hey, what's up, Joe Canito? Nice to see you. Okay, people are saying that GPT 5.4 is awesome. That's good. All right, payment successful. So I'm going to just retry. This should just work. Okay. It is slow. Like, we actually have noticed this the last time we worked together, like that Codex is in general slower than Claude Code. And you can easily see it, like, you see just fucking thinking for no reason. I don't know if it's like doing anything else behind the scenes. It might be that, but it just feels slower. Like, let's actually just go here, for example, and just basically say something like this. Say hello, for example. Let's see how slow actually it is saying hello. You see, I don't know. I feel like Claude Code would probably be even faster at doing this, okay? All right, so considering I need to determine, so we are going to give like full access to this stuff, okay? Yeah, just allow. Can I give like full access? Where do I do that even? Stop, thinking level, instant mode, chat. Okay, I think we just gave full access into it, which is good. So it just did literally Laravel Boost MCP server tool, which is good. Now it's inspecting the app in the POW installation docs. It's kind of understanding a little bit what we have on composer.json. And now I hope we'll just type composer require, hopefully. Yep. That's exactly what we'll do. I'm wondering if I have Boost codex instructions. If we don't have that, we may have to do it. Oh, here we go. Terminal. Oh, nice. PHP artisan Boost install agent AI guidelines, agent skills, Boost MCP. Do I want this? No. Okay, but I want agent skills and agent guidelines. Okay, it's now requiring POW. Doing composer required numaduro POW --dev. I'm going to say yes, you can proceed. Eventually, I want to be in full dangerous mode, so we don't have to do this all the time. Okay, I'm going to say that I want codex only on this project. We don't need anything else. So yeah, just codex. All right, that's it. I don't think we had codex before, so the new session will already have instructions. Showstopper is saying choose option 2. Option 1 is just for that instance. What do you mean? You know, it's kind of overthinking. That's exactly what we saw last time we used Codex. It's just too much. But yeah, it seems already done. Oh, when you ask permissions, gotcha. You keep having agent execution fishing with the error. Which model are you using, Jackson? Oh, option 2, to do not ask again for this. Actually, what I want to do, what I should have done is just give full permissions. What I will do is that I'm going to just stop here, okay? And I'm going to just install POW myself. But for the next session, we are going to go full all in, okay? So I'm going to just delete this one. Delete this one. And then here, do we have an option full access? Here we go. So we have here this full action, you guys can see it. We have this full access thing. This is exactly what we're going to do from now on, okay? We now also have Codex Boost installed, which is good. Let me just double check. Where are we at? Here on the compose.json. So we see POW installed, which is good. So now, because POW is installed, if I start a new session, and if I say something like, can you run the test suite? It has full access, so you don't ask me for shit. Plus, with POW PHP, we get JSON output on the console. Okay, hopefully. Miluk is saying, click on the brand icon and change the thinking level to medium. Oh, it's medium already, by the way. Okay, thank you. Okay, now with full access, it was able to literally just run instantly, okay? Now, this is interesting. What's happening here? Agent execution, finish it with error. Oh? Wait, what? Already? I literally just give $30. What do you mean? Are you serious right now? No way. This must be a mistake. I literally just gave $30 into this shit. No way. This cannot be true, chat. If it's true, it's bullshit. It's literally bullshit. No, I have $30. Like, what the fuck? Okay, I'm going to retry. Now, it is working. Like, what the fuck? That was hilarious, right? Sue them, yeah. Okay, a couple things that we need to double check. First of all, the test suite is failing because there is a new inertia SSR thing, which we are going to disable real quick. 1 second. So if I go to, where do I even disable inertia SSR? That's interesting. This might be a new thing. Yep, it might be a new thing. What we're going to do real quick is kind of disable browser testing at the minute, okay? Bam, and here I don't need to have browser testing at the minute. Kind of cool as an editor though. All right, do I need to save it? I do, which is kind of bad. Kind of would expect this to just be autosave. Okay, just run again. Let's see now. We should be good now though. I do need to double check that inertia SSR thing. Wait, didn't we just removed browser testing? Like what the fuck? Oh, we did, but it's not there that it's failing. It's literally because of this facade that prevents stray requests. Okay, let's go again. Okay, go again. Something weird though is that with JetBrains Air, we are not getting that JSON output. So it might be that this may have a different environment variable. Browser not found. Okay, let's actually fix that. Let's go into PHP unit. Just remove this. Here we go. Go again. By the way, that's a bug. The agent finished with error. That's a bug, apparently. Oh, here we go. By the way, this is not expected. All these dots are not expected, okay? Okay, I think what we're going to do, I do need to double check this. This is part of my starter kit. I need to double check this off stream. So I'm going to actually open a new project using Laravel's regular skeleton, I think. Do I want to do that now? Let me think. Because otherwise, I would kind of have to fix this at configuration level. I would have to disable the essentials thing. Do I want to do that? Yeah, let's do that actually. So on essentials, let me go there. Nuno Maduro, essentials. There is one thing that is preventing HTTP requests. Which is at essential service provider level. And we have this prevent stray requests. Okay, this is the one we need to disable. So let's do that. Okay. And then we include it here. All of this is to get a passing test suite, which is kind of crazy. All right. Try again. And we're good to go now. Nice. We have a passing test suite. As negative side effect of this is that we are not getting the JSON output, I think. Wait, what? Try again. If it fails, it will grab blah, 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 blah. Yeah, now it's working, exactly. 159 passed, which is good. We are not getting the JSON output, which it might be because we don't know the environment variable of this JetBrains Air, even though I thought we had codecs on there. I wonder if I change to codecs, for example, again, if you will basically have the JSON output now. It doesn't. Okay, I might have to double check this. I've tried another Mac that works. That's awesome. No. Well, the Air is for free. The model, though, it's paid, which is understandable, okay? So we have a passing test suite. What else we want to work on? Let's actually start working on the brand simple website to see how this project feels. Even how does it feel to use JetBrains Air? Okay. Meanwhile, chat, we have about, let me see, 80 people watching the live stream. Don't forget, go all the way down, put like on the video. Insanely important. Also, make sure you see my new video about PowPHP. Okay, I just released a new package called it Pow. Check it out. Okay, check it out. It's absolutely awesome. Let's start working on this, okay? So if I open this project, new task, this is interesting. So this is like the existing one. I can just open a new one and just be in a local workspace again. Nice. All right, let's walk around a little bit. So here I can create new tasks. This is where I can just walk through the files. Nice, nice, nice. By definition, they are just closed. Oh, I can also close the project window right here, which is good. What is this? Like a search history thing? Oh! Okay, this is actually fucking good. Chat, basically, what I can see from this is that we have a window just to analyze all of the changes that are not committed yet, which is exactly what I complained about PHP Storm the last stream, is that I felt like, you know, PHP Storm is too focused on the editor and not focused on the agentic-oriented way of developing apps. So I'm happy that this is literally focused on tasks, plus focused on the actual diff of changes that we are about to commit. This is very positive, by the way, okay? This is very positive. Even though, do you guys like the style of this? Can I actually tweak the style? Oh, I can, nice. I can go to Light Team. Oof, Jesus Christ. It's basically PHP Storm commit page. You know what? You are not the first one telling me that. I probably should spend some time checking PHP Storm is commit page. Because a lot of you told me that it's actually very good. Is anyone using PHP Storm commit page, like the Git UI page of PHP Storm? Chat, should we go dark mode or light mode? Type dark for dark mode, type light for light mode. Yeah, I never used it. We probably should. Flash banked. Okay, you guys want dark. Let's go dark. What is this? Oh, there is only one dark theme, which is this one we are using. Oh, we can change the this color, though, which is blue. I can change to like pink and shit like that. I don't think I care about that, though, at the minute. Okay. GPT 5.4, I can change the font as well, which is positive. I like JetBrains Mono, so let's keep that one. All right, good stuff. All right, let's get some shit done. So let's actually commit something here. So I have all of this, which I kind of want to commit. Okay, let's assume I want to commit all of this. So all of them are pre-selected, I think. How do I select them all? Oh, just like this? Oh, nice. So I'm going to commit whip. Can I do this? Commit successful. Oh, nice. Now there is no changes. Well, kind of expected. What is this? Comments on tasks. Okay. There is history. Oh, history of sessions. Nice. And I can also have a terminal. Okay. How do I close stuff? Oh, I can open and close like this. Okay. Well, that's kind of easy to understand. What is this? Oh, this is the project structure. Okay, cool. I think I want this one always open. So I have the terminal. Can I put the terminal all the way down? That would be kind of cool, I think. I don't know. So if I open this and I open any file and I open a terminal as well. Oh, here we go. If I open the file itself plus the terminal comes all the way down. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see what we have. A lot of people saying dark, 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 dark. You are always asking obvious questions, Nuno. I'm sorry, dude. Kuben Federal is saying the following. Nuno, does it actually have an actual code editor? Yeah, I think it has a code editor. I don't think it's as powerful as the code editors you are used to. So for example, I'm going to try to click on this user thing and just go to the file itself. You see, it doesn't go to the file itself. So for me, it tells me already that this is not as powerful as PHP Storm. It feels like almost just a regular code editor without like IDE capacities already, which I don't think I needed to, you know. I don't think on this agentic area, you know, future, I don't think we even need refactoring capacities and shit like that, because the AI will do it anyways. Like code auto completion, all that shit, it doesn't matter anymore. You know, it used to matter, but not anymore. But I kind of want to understand if you guys agree with me. Yeah, you cannot click on the definition, no. So it doesn't give you like PHP Storm stuff. Well, that sucks though. I kind of agree that I kind of want a place where I just click on this and go to the file itself. But I don't think like having a super powerful code editor matters anymore. I think like what matters is like this agentic approach, basically. Okay. All right, let's start super, let's start super simple. Let's actually start developing some stuff. Is the app open? Yeah, it's right here. So this is the app at the minute. I want to go with a very simple UI for this. I'm going to just describe the type of app I want to build. So let's just type here. Let's build together this application, call it Habits or goodhabits.com. Is habits written on the correct way? I don't even know. Let's actually Google it real quick. I think it is Good Habits. Oh, no, it's with one B. Okay. Okay, goodhabits.com. So your task will be develop the landing page. I want something super minimal, yet slick. What else we want? It needs to have some sort of classic vintage style. The goal of this app will be at some point to track my days. So I want to be able to go to the dashboard at some point and have my day, or like day 3, Monday kind of style, and I can quickly check things like no beer, no smoke, gym work or gym session, I don't know, water or whatever, etc., etc. However, your focus is just for now the landing page. Make sure you also set a tone that can be later used on the other pages. Okay, so I'm going to just send this on and to see how it goes. How can I change this to planning mode though? So I'm give full access. Can I change to plan mode? Is it thinking level situation? I don't think it is. What is this? Instant mode? Nope. Where do I even send this in planning mode? Do you guys know how can I toggle the planning mode here? Benjamin is saying the following: I had a large refactor this week, took quite a bit of time and back and forth with Claude. The weak point for AI, so PHP Storm will be my first port of call in the future. Yeah, I think like, for a bigger refactor, you want to use like Claude Code for sure, but also like, AI can do it very quickly. I think like if you have a good test suite, I would just literally trust on AI to do it. If you don't have a test suite, probably I will just trust deterministic refactors through PHP Storm. AI is still very good. There is no planning mode. Interesting. Shift tab or something. Let me try shift. Use plan. What do you mean? Like all the way top? No items available. Nope. There is no plans shit here. And shift, this literally does do this. Yeah. No shift. Shift tab should do it. Shift tab doesn't do anything. Developed by Josh is saying the following: started my new job this Monday. So happy that I'm finally working in-house in a single SaaS product at last. Oh man, congratulations. I'm happy for you, man. Congratulations. On the bottom, there is nothing on the bottom. There is thinking level, but I want to plan. I want to plan, not this. Look at the chat drop down. Huh? No, I want to plan. I don't want to think. I want to plan, Well, there's no plan. Let me actually type this. Make sure you elaborate a plan before coding. I'm going to just say elaborate a plan before coding, and let's see how it goes, okay? So I'm going to send this. And while I'm sending this, I think I'm going to start building like the backend, the actual backend of the app. So let's actually open a new session. That session is like ongoing, which will work on the landing page. And I'm going to just copy paste the same message. Let's build together this app. The goal will be blah, 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 blah. So your goal will be work on the back end of this app. The goal of this app is some point to track my day. So I want to be able to go to the dashboard at some point, have day 3 Monday kind of style with the quick check-ins, blah, 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 blah. However, your focus is build the back end. So, let's start with migrations, and we are going to move slowly, okay? This is exactly what I told you, Shed. Like, I really like to move very slowly with AI, especially on the backend stuff. JavaScript, I don't really care, honestly. The front end, I don't think anyone cares. But like the backend, you kind of want to have solid code, you know what I mean? So my games are going to move slowly. Make sure you elaborate the plan before coding. Okay, so here we go on full access again, and we just send, I'm going to say, plan it with me first. Okay, so now we have 2 tasks at the same time. One is running, kind of doing stuff like search docs. We have got the stack. Now I'm checking whatever. Okay. And we have the other one, which is kind of building the backend. So we have 2. What else we need? I think that's it. I think for now, that's it. I want to kind of move slowly but surely. I think this landing agent will be responsible for building the actual front end at some point. But for now, we'll kind of just do the landing page. In the backend, we'll just be the one that we are going to build migrations and then models and then actions and everything from that point, okay? Boom. Chat, how are you guys doing today? What are you guys working on at the minute? I know that a bunch of you like to watch me on the background, which is not, it's something that I would expect. I kind of do that as well with some of my favorite streamers. I just watch them on the background, and I want to know, what are you guys doing, though? What are you guys working on at the minute? Is a Laravel app? Anything else? Does it have a work tree feature? I don't know. That's a good question. It does. Apparently it does. Here we go. Git work tree. I never used Git work tree, though. I think like Git work tree was kind of meant for non-full stack frameworks, because I mean there is questions like databases and shit like that, and I don't know how well Git tricks would behave. I don't know. Is this a Codex client? No, this is like a JetBrains Air. Upgrading a legacy system. Oh, that's interesting, dude. Good luck with that. Puya, what's up, dude? I'm working on my resume website. Good luck, dude. Use Claude Code for that. We'll help you a bunch. Make sure you ask Claude Code to give you like a real unique, styled for you kind of resume, so it doesn't come with it like generic. Shift Tab works on Codex client. It doesn't work apparently on JetBrains Air. I want to see like planning for implementation. Well, so I asked, can you plan with me? And you basically like, I think it will propose me a plan. It just went too far again. Oh, this is the backend. Okay, this is good. Never mind. Okay, it didn't plan. I think it's already like building it. Here we go. It's already like changing stuff. So I don't know. Let's see the backend strategy. Here is the backend plan I have suggested before we touch on code. Okay, here it's actually planning stuff, which is good. So Laravel app is already on Laravel 13 with 45 UUID users SQLite for local development. For the dashboard goal, I would have a model around users, user-defined habits, daily records, and per-day habit check results. I would not store day 3 Monday directly. I would derive it from the user's start date plus the tracked date. That keeps the source as source of truth simple. Data model, users add tracking day started at, okay. Reason day end becomes tracked on. Okay, makes sense. Habits, 1 row per habit user wants to track. This will be ID, user ID, name, slug. Why do we need a slug here? We may have to review this one. So slug type, we do need a type, absolutely yes. target value you need. Sort order is active. This is like overdoing it for now. I think this is like too much. So we are going to do like on the, it's actually like bullet listed. On the habits one, keep it more simple. So ID for sure, and this will be a has UI. This will be a UID. Okay. User ID, yes. We need a name. Do we need a name? Because it feels like we need just a type. That's it. Yeah, we need a type and that's it. And I think what else we need? We need like a done or is completed or completed at. Let's actually just have a completed at, which will be the date the habit was completed on. Okay, completed at. Yeah, I think that's enough. Okay, the type will be the actual type, which will be no beer, no whatever. Okay. AI sucks ass. What do you think? Why do you think that? Why do you think that? I have found that Codex likes slugs for no reason. Yeah, that is no reason why I would have slugs here. So I'm just removing slugs from this point. Yeah. Renux is saying the following. Hi, Nuno. First time watching the stream live. I usually listen to your streams while I'm work. Oh, that's awesome, dude. By the way, chat, don't forget, go all the way down, click like on the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, okay? That's insanely important. So we need UID, of course, user ID, type completed at, and that's it. We don't need anything else. Day records. Let me see. What is this? 1 row per user per calendar day. UID, user ID tracked on. We don't need this either. Yeah, this is definitely overcomplicated things. We don't need any of that. So let me actually explain that to AI real quick. I'm going to say the following. Can I put this all the way top? I cannot. Well, let's do it here. So, all right. You are complicating things for now. Okay? You are overcomplicated things for now, for sure. For sure. Besides the user plus, I don't even need that. Yeah, besides the user, you just need the habits table. Okay? This table will have, and then we say this thing. We'll have ID, user ID, type, and completed at. Exactly. And that's it. Via scheduler or something else, we are going to populate this table every day at midnight. Okay? So the user sees this list of habits to complete. I'm going to say, what do you think? Definitely Codex was trying to overcomplicate things. Like what are they with 3 tables in such a simple example? We don't need that. Absolutely not. Okay, a landing page agent is still working on the landing page. Good simplification. I am trimming the plan around that single table approach and calling out that one field I think is still necessary for V1. This is a much simpler direction. Yes, sir. My only pushback is this. ID, user ID, type completed that. You are missing the day the row belongs on. That's a good point. We could use the created at for this, I think. Yeah, we can definitely use the created at for this. Okay, so in Laravel, should we use the created UT for this? I think we are going to use the created UT for this. I think like I wouldn't do that if this was a real thing, but like for now it's enough. So in Laravel, we can use timestamps or whatever. And this will have a created UT and track it on. That's a good point. Okay, let's actually use a track it on or track it on. Yeah. Okay, let's add a track it on then to the original list I have suggested you. Maybe the slug for the type. We don't need slugs. It's just too soon to think about slugs. What's your current stack, Nuno? My current stack is Laravel, Inertia, and React. How about you guys? Type on the chat which stack are you using at the minute. GPT is a German scientist. Yeah, I feel like GPT 1000% likes to complicate things. Like, honestly, that was like already going crazy. Like with 3 different tables for something as simple as this, that's crazy though. Okay, this looks good. Can you create the migration so I can review it? Laravel, Inertia, in Vue. Yeah, I know a lot of you love Inertia. I love Vue, so that's good. We don't need status yet. So status typically is that when you have more than one different status. I feel like now we have literally 2 things, which is either it is done or not done. Okay, it's creating like the migration as we speak. Oh, great point from Cuban Federal. Cuban Federal is saying the following. Why completed UT? Can a habit be completed in the next day or some other day? That's a very good point. That's a very good point, actually. Why the fuck is creating a test for the table? Like, this is so ridiculous, though. Oh my god. You guys keep telling me that Codex is good. Like, why the fuck Codex is doing a test for the table? This is so ridiculous, though. Like, he's using past, which is positive, but like creating a test for the table? Who does this? You know, we don't need tests for migrations, dude. That's insane. Laravel, Tailwind, Alpine, Laravel, Livewire, Postgres. Just tell it to not to. Oh yeah, just did. All right, let's analyze the migration. So what I will do here is just check the changes, and I'm going to click on this, and this is what we have. Can I inline change this? I can. All right, so we have a schema create habits, which is a UID primary. That's good. Foreign UID constraint and on cascade delete. Let's remove the on cascade. Let's just have constraint. We have a type, which is a string. That's good. The track it on, which is a date. That's positive. And someone was just mentioning that someone may complete a task or may complete an habit on the next day. So the completed on is just stupid from this point. So I think we are going to go with the status that someone was suggesting. So what I will do here is just type string status, and this will be by default potentially pending, and you can complete it afterwards if you want to. We have timestamps, and we have a couple of unique IDs. User ID with type with track it on are unique. This is positive. And we also have an index or an user ID on track it on as well. So I'm going to remove the down method, and this is good to go, I think. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to open a terminal real quick. I want to make sure I can run this migration, which hopefully I can. Here we go. It just works, and I can close it out. Nice, nice, nice. So migration is done. I'm going to just commit whip all the time. So this is done. Okay. Can I close this? Yes. All right. So migration is done. What I will do now is create the model for the habit thing. All right. Good. Good. Can you create a model factory and just a couple tests around this model? So now I kind of expect to create all the relations, like all those type annotations all the way top, like the fillable stuff, all that crap, okay? So we're going to have that plus all the model factories as well. How we are with our landing page. Apparently the landing page is done. Okay. So what we are going to do is make sure we can see it. Okay, let's just go here. Okay, I have been told that Codex is actually very good with UIs, and it didn't disappoint. Jesus fuck. Can you guys see it? This is beautiful stuff. Daily discipline, keep it beautifully. A quieter A of tracking days. Keep each day honest and in order. Oh my god, this is very good. What happens if I click on login? I still have the old design. Kind of expected. This is so cool, though. Oh my god, did you use Tailwind? That's a good question. I don't know. Does it really matter, though? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I did, I think. No, it did not. Wait, what? Oh, it did. We good. It used Tailwind. Yeah, it has a few custom styles, but it did, yeah. That's every Codex landing page. Do you mean this is like common in terms of UI for Codex, or Codex actually very good building landing pages? WUI, yeah, WUI, 100%. I like it. Oh, this design is literally... Oh, okay, well, it looks good, though. I like it, you know. By the way, Chad, I just released a new video on my YouTube channel. Here we go. Make sure you put like on this video. Make sure you watch the video. Insanely important for the adoption of the PHP tooling. That's Codex style as purple is the Claude normal design, 100%. Okay, well, I like this design. I don't really care if it's like the common one. I like this design. So what I will say to Codex is that I want you to propagate this design across all the various pages we have. So I'm happy with this landing page for now. I don't even check the code if I'm honest. I'm going to just say whip on the commit message like this. Oh, this is so good, chat. Okay, I just noticed something. So here, I'm just reviewing the changes of this task, but we have also changes from the other task. And if I'm moving around the tasks, the viewer, the commit viewer, will be only focused on that task. That is very good, by the way. I don't know how this behaves in terms of conflicts, but it looks very awesome, by the way. Okay. So I'm going to say whip for the landing page situation. And I'm going to go back to the task itself, and I'm going to say, well, you know, very cool stuff. Can you now propagate it to the guest pages like login, register, forget password, like all that stuff, except the dashboard, because I am still working on the backend. Well, dashboard and also like dashboard or anything that actually will conflict with the backend. Okay, so I'm going to just ask to propagate these changes across all the various guest pages we have. Okay, this is still with the front-end agent. Okay, I'm going to go back to the back-end agent and continue to the work. Apparently, just finished the model itself, so kind of want to analyze a little bit what's happening here. Okay, did you bring your own key? Yeah, I just literally loaded $30, and I'm using Codex. You know, I knew already Codex. It's not like my favorite cup of tea. I like Cloud Code more. It just feels more like, you know, an agent I would use myself. And Codex, I feel like it just tries to overcomplicate things. I don't know. It just goes too far sometimes. I just noticed that it was literally trying to test my migration, which is like ridiculous. Cloud Code would never do that. That is front-end skills to improve them on the UI. Oh, that's nice. So yeah, just by the way, so from my understanding, and you guys let me know if I'm incorrect, from my understanding, JetBrains Air is free. The models themselves are not free, which is very expected. you know? Dino Massard is saying the following, just by curiosity, Nuno. When you are not streaming and working by yourself, do you always use English for the prompt? Yes, I use English all the time, yes. That's a great point. I actually never thought about using non-English language. Do you guys, that's a good question. Does everyone here uses English? If the answer is yes, type yes on the chat. If you use your own language, like, you know, Portuguese or Spanish or whatever, write no. I never thought about that, actually. I'm gonna be honest, I'm liking the experience so far on JetBrains there. It looks awesome. Okay, let's review the code. Okay, Codex actually is doing the coding style I like. So we see a string ID, a string user ID. This is not correct. Oh, it's correct because it's a UID. Never mind. Okay, user ID. We have a type which is it's missing a casting. We see fillables. Okay, there's a few things we need to fix. Okay, there is a few things we need to fix. So I'm gonna just go here. And I'm going to ask them, okay? So I'm going to just say, use an enum. So I'm going to say the following. Remove fillables. Use an enum for the type. What else we have? Enum for the type. Track it on date. Completed at date time. Do we still need the completed at? We don't need the completed at anymore, do we? I don't think we do. Well, let's preserve it. I don't think for the UI will even matter, but let's keep it for now. So remove fillables, use enum for the type. What else are we missing? I think that's it. As factory, as UIDs, user. Okay, cool stuff. Can I see more? Oh, on the user model, he had it like the relation habits. That's good. On the factory itself, we don't see the status, the enum being used. So use enum for the type, update the factory. Oh, there's a today helper. Today I've learned. We see a completed factory thing. Okay, this is positive. Okay, this is ridiculous. So here we are removing the completed at. However, the model itself does have a completed at. I honestly think that Codex is just stupid. Like here on the migration is removing the completed at, but on the model itself, it's literally using a completed at. So I don't know. Re-add the completed at. Let's actually remove the completed at. It's just stupid. So I'm going to say remove the completed at. I'm going to say this time totally. Okay. What else? We see a couple tests. Okay. We're testing casting. And you tested 2 array, which is positive. Okay, I'm gonna just say click send and see how it goes now. Is using mutable dates for the date times? That's actually a very good question. Let me double check that. It's using Carbon interface, and I'm gonna say that do you mind of using immutable Carbon I'm going to say the following. Do you mind of using immutable Carbon here? Oh, that's cool. I just literally copy paste and it did this, which is kind of cool in terms of UI, you know what I mean? Running multiple tasks works better on Git work trees. Yeah, I need to test that out. I haven't actually took the time to test Git work trees on Laravel. I can instantly think about problems like various databases and things like that. So I kind of want to, you know, not do that today, basically. Yeah, I noticed that it didn't packet the edits on migrations. I saw that, yes. Yeah, so we're using status now because status is better than completed at. Completed at would be problematic if people are completed yesterday's status like today, you know what I mean? Okay, I think we're done. So hopefully now I can open my habit.php. I see Carbon immutable already being used. I see a habit type. Let's see where the habit type was placed. Oh, the habit type was placed at app enums, which is positive. So we see no beer, no smoke, gym session, and water, which is good. This is equally good. user type. We don't see fillables. We see the casting being properly used here. And I think we're good to go. Yep, we see a bunch of front-end changes here. And this is not positive because it's not even related to this task. Yep. Okay, I thought the Git changes would literally only contain changes from the task itself, but apparently right now I see stuff from the front end, which is not done by this model. So by this task, so I'm confused. I'm going to say the following. Do you mind of running the entire test suite? So I'm going to say to run composer test and see how it goes. This landing page has dark mode. I don't think it has dark mode. It went like full non-dark mode. I'm also noticing that it's relying too much on CSS instead of relying too much on Tailwind CSS by default. This is another thing that I would probably, see Claude Code doing, is that it would just rely on Tailwind CSS by default. This is a lot of custom CSS, okay? We don't see Tailwind CSS being used always, which is not positive. Are you able to comment review on lines like pull requests? I think there is some comments here. Here we go. There is comments right here, which I don't know why I would ever use comments here though. All right, so composer test is running, current coverage 99.5%. Okay, I'm going to say the following. Can you have 100% coverage, please? So the backend is working. The landing page, the front end agent is done. So I assume there is a bunch of changes on creating a user, which is kind of expected, on email notifications, user password. So if I go here and I click on login, I see this. Good stuff. I click on register. I see this. I can obviously forget my password, which is, how do I even go back? Oh, right here. Log in. So if I forget my password, what is the forget password thing? Oh, right here, but it is Eden. You cannot see it though, but it's there. So I'm going to just say something. I'm going to screenshot this. And I'm going to say that I'm going to move it here, which I cannot do it. That sucks. Okay, well, I'm going to say the following. The forget password link is white. So you can't really see it with brown yellow background. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Does the landing page have dark background? It doesn't. It does not have dark mode. No. Cuban Federal is asking, how did it understood to use property annotations for the model properties out of the box? So I have a full talk on that topic, but something I have noticed is that agents are actually very good picking coding conventions. That's the reason why I use my starter kit by default, because it just picked all that style from my existing user model. So if I go here into app, open models, user model, you see that I have that style already, So it just basically did the same. So here, for example, property reads, final classes, like all the full drill. So if I go to habit, I see the same thing. I see final classes, property reads. It just picks my existing coding style. That's it. By the way, passwords will be deprecated. Can you elaborate? Which passwords are you talking about? Oh, it just fixed the forget password thing. So if I click on login, I see forget password. Nice, it's right here. You guys cannot see it, but it's there. Here we go. Okay. All right, let's register real quick. So I type Nuno Maduro. I am this dude. Bam, bam. I create login. And now I have to verify my email. So let's actually open her email. Is it here? It's not here because it goes to the logs, I think. Let me just double confirm that. So if I can open here, app. Let's actually click here on .env, go all the way down. So we use mail driver log by default. Oh, passwords is being phased out in favor of passkeys, biometrics, device-based information. Oh, interesting. Where do you, like, where that is happening? Like across the web, you mean? Across the entire web? If yes, that's crazy though. Let's click on storage logs. So here I should have the actual email. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the link I need to copy paste. Give it to me. Okay, so I'm going to verify my email and it's done. In the password, it's not, the dashboard is not yet migrated to this new style because it's not yet done the backend. So now we go back to the backend story. All right, so we have 100%. What is he doing? It's like flagging. Okay, we have 100% code coverage now. So if we go to the diff, which is right here, we can close this on. Here we go. So we have a habit model, which kind of does what I want. Super simple. User model with a new relation. Habit factory with a completed at the end. Oh, completed what removed, but we have a status and everything. Nice, 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 nice. We don't have a status here, though. What is a status, though? Just gone? It is gone for some reason. Why did you remove the status? Add it back. Don't forget the enum for the status. Cuban Federal is saying the following: I think like setting up browser tests at the start, for example, certain accessibility issues would solve some design issues from the get-go. Oh, indeed. Yeah, that's a good point, indeed. Showtopper is saying the following: big change on corporate policy on password is that need states. New guidelines, no password reset every month, just uncompromised. Okay, it's adding the status, which is what I wanted. Rerunning the test suite. Nice, nice, nice. So now we have the status back, which is positive. So I assume we see equally habit status. Yep. Which is an enum, either pending or completed. Okay. Habit type, habit status here as well. Habit factory with a status here as well. Type in status, random element from the habit type. Nice, nice, nice. We see a migration, which is exactly what I want. We see a bunch of CSS changes. This is like the front end stuff, which is here for some reason. We also see 2 tests, one for each model, which is positive as well. Okay, let's say whip here. Let's whip all this stuff. Okay, done. All right, next step is work on actions. So we have models, we have migrations. Can you work now on actions? So let's think a little bit. What type of actions do we need? So we obviously need an action which will create which will seed all the habits for one user for that day. Okay. So let's basically create an action that is basically I create habit. Do we need to create a habit? I feel like we need to create all of the habits for that day, like instantly. So I feel like something a little bit different. It cannot be cruddy. I'm going to just type pre-fill habits or daily habits, or actually create daily habits. Yep, that's a good one. Create daily habits. We need to update habits to update the status itself. So update habit status. What else we need? So this will pre-fill all the stuff. Then the user checks something. I need to update the habit status, and I think that's it. We don't delete stuff. Yeah, that's enough. So I'm going to just say the following: the create daily habits will go to every user on the platform and create habits for the given day. For the given day. Yep, that's good. And the update habit status will receive an habit and update the status to the given one. Okay, we have two simple actions to basically do exactly what we want. Create daily habits will run on scheduler, every day or whatever, and make sure all users have their habits in place. And then we have an update habit status, which will basically make sure the user can check and uncheck the given habit. This is kind of weird, though. I would expect Codex to use skills and shit like that. I wonder if I missed something while configuring Boost for Codex. Because why is searching docs I think all of the skills should literally have everything Boost needs for this. Kind of weird. Are you going to have only good habits, or are you including some guilt pleasures as well? Only good habits, I think. Most importantly, I want to be able to go at the end of the day and just check everything I have done correctly. It's kind of surprising that there is no such app out there that really just works like this. Pavel is saying that you can hide the shite as well, typing command 2. Oh, really? Oh. That's interesting. Oh, yeah, if I click here, I can hide this chat. So I can open multiple sessions, but I can also hide this chat. Oh, nice. Okay, we can see already what is actually about to propose. So let's actually open this and see it and analyze it together. Okay, let's see. So create daily habits will receive a track it on. So this is a day, okay? And then we are going to query the user, select by ID, and then by chunks of 100, we are going to insert or ignore habit attributes. That's interesting. Insert or ignore. Today I've learned. I literally didn't know this existed. What it does, though... Insert or ignore method will ignore errors while inserting records on the database. When using this method, you should be aware of that duplicate records will be ignored, or other type of errors may also be ignored depending on the database engine. For example, insert or ignore will bypass MySQL strict mode. Interesting. So I assume if this user already exists, will simply just not be inserted. Interesting. Thank you for Pau. Very nice. Thank you for watching and seeing Pau. By the way, chat, new video on my channel about Pau PHP. Pau PHP, in case you haven't seen it yet, is a new PHP package that will basically give you agent optimized output for PHP testing tools. Really just works. Check it out, okay? If you haven't checked it yet, check it out. Okay, I'm going to just literally ask him to write a test that will test the duplicates. So write a test that ensures that if I give the same track it on twice, nothing will be duplicated. But also, if I give the same track it on, no, I'm going to keep it simple. Okay, nothing will be duplicated. Okay, we'll basically ask for a test for that situation only. What else we have? I'm going to close this. I'm going to open GitHub changes. I want to check the update habit status. So this is like that simple. Basically, we just do habit update, blah, 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 and I want to return a new fresh instant, not a refresh. Receives the habit and the update status. This one is trivial, though. This one is the more complicated one. Skills need to be placed at project root Juni skills skill name. Yeah, Boost, honestly, does that, I think. I had an issue with messy Codex workflow, but I start using Opera superpowers, and now Codex works very well for me. Yeah, I'm a Claude Code user, so I don't really know too much about Codex. Okay, let's see. Added an exact regression task you asked it for at create-daily-habits.test. Okay, cool. What it checks, creates daily habits twice with the same tracket on. A such a total habit count stays users plus the habit type cases. Okay. Okay, that's positive. So now we ask to run this on scheduler. Okay. Actually, do I want to run I want to run this like via artisan command. Okay, I'm going to say the following. I'm going to actually commit this stuff. Okay. I'm going to go here. I'm going to commit this stuff. I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to say the following. Create an artisan command and schedule it that will run once exactly at midnight. This command should run the action that will fill the habits for all users on today date. Boost does not install it for Juni yet. Ah, interesting. Didn't know about that. Did you report that to Pushback? Pushback is like doing all that stuff. So make sure you report that to him, okay? By the way, chat, if you just arrived, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer. I'm also a Laravel core team member. Today we are just developing an app just for the fun, literally exploring a little bit JetBrains Air. Kind of feeling the mood with this editor. Looks cool so far. If you enjoyed today's live stream, don't forget to subscribe my channel, my YouTube channel. Insanely important, okay? How about people with different time zones? I think this will be UTC only, but that's a very good point, though. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Let's not worry about that at the minute, okay? It's a very good point, though. So I think, like, what this would end up doing is, like, populate the entire week already, I think, you know? We just populate a week in advance. That would solve the problem already, especially with people with different time zones. But let's not focus on that. It's a good point, though. It's a very good point. But we can work on that by just populating an entire week at once. So I would just change the schedule command to do that. Very good point, man. You are paying attention. That's awesome. Okay, we have this create daily habits command, which runs habits create daily. Do I like this? Create daily habits command. Habits create daily. I think it's okay. Create daily habits for all users. Okay. Receives the action as an argument. Nice. And then just gets the start of the day. You will create those habits and then it's done. Okay, this is like literally perfect. On the console, we schedule this a daily at midnight. Nice. And then we have a test for this, which will make sure everything is working as expected. Okay. All right, good stuff. Positive stuff. Whip. All right, perfect. And so we have actions. I think we have everything we need for moving to the controllers, I think. Yep. Yeah, let's move to the controllers. Perfect. Now moving on to the controllers. Don't focus too much on the front end. You can reuse the existing styling. The controllers should be able to do the following. Did you watch Aaron Francis' video on Google Stitch? I have, yeah. It looks okay, you know. Nah, I think like Tessa, what we're going to end up doing, if this would be a real thing, I think like we would just run this command in advance for the week, for the entire week, 7 days in advance, basically. So we would populate always like the entire week for the users. So then like every single user will always have like the next 7 days ready for him to populate, So the controller should be able to, habit controller index. This will list the habits for the given user for the current day. Note, the user must be able to go back in time, in days actually, okay? By default, current day. Habit controller update allows the user to change the status. What else? I think that's it. Yeah, we just list them, and the user is able to kind of, say yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Yep, this is enough. Don't touch too much on the front end. That's said already. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to say this. This should be enough. You can add a fetch habits button to manually fetch data. Although, you know what, chat? Something we could do so we don't have this scheduler crap on the back end is that if the user is going to the website and we don't have the day populated yet, we could just populate it on the fly. What do you guys think about that? It's actually a better solution. So instead of having scheduler just running every single day for every single user, potentially, thousands of users, this will work for now, but imagine that you want to scale this up a little bit, Like if the user logs in, I would just populate all the days that are not populated yet until the given date. That will work a little bit better. Also, we'll just like split the load between the entire day. This is a much better solution. This is what software engineering is becoming. Like, literally think about this stuff. So basically, like, if the user is logging in, is seeing his dashboard, then we would just populate all of the days that are not populated yet. This is so much better. Overkill, but how about MCP server for checking my habits via Claude Code? Overkill, indeed. MCP is so, like, dead, honestly. Like, who does that kind of shit, Like, realistically, who wants to manage their daily habits using MCP? You don't want to do that. You want to go to your phone and just do it from the phone, or from a web app, that's it. Nobody wants to do that. I mean, it would be possible, but realistically, nobody wants to do that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? By the way, chat, don't forget, insanely important, go to this video and click on the like button. Insanely important. If you enjoy this new package that I have created, not April Fool's joke, make sure you go to this video and you put like on this video. I've also tweeted about this project, so in case you haven't checked it out, here we go. Nice thumbnail. Here we go. You can retweet to support my work. Let's go back to the project. Okay, it's implementing the backend. It's actually moving faster now, which is good. Maybe only the beginning is slower. What do we have? So I'm going to hide the chat a little bit. So we have a habit controller, strict types all the way top, final classes, read-only, like all the good stuff. We have an index habit request. This is very good, by the way. So basically here is where we track it on date. Nice, good stuff. We have a current user using the attribute current user. This is how important it is to use a good starter kit, because if you use my starter kit, Laravel will just basically, or Codex or Cloud Code will just start using good conventions by default because it has examples on the actual source code. Then we have this resolved track it on. What is this? This looks weird though. I'm gonna keep it, but it looks weird. I wouldn't solve it this way. I think there is a simpler solution for this, but I wouldn't solve it that way. Okay, then we do an HTTP query where the user ID is equal to the given user ID, where date is equal to the track it on date, ordered by created at. Do we need this? I feel like here we want to order by ID. Okay, insanely important because I want them to be displayed by ID, which will be the order of the enum itself. Okay, so let's order by ID. Then we get them all, and then we map them for the front end. For the front end, we need ID, we need type, we need label, we need status. That's the only thing we need. This is actually very important, chat. When you guys working with Laravel and inertia, you want to always be in control or exactly what you are returning to the front end. You know, there is multiple things people may use for this, but a rule of thumb, always control the output for your inertia front end, because if you don't, you might end up with stuff on the front end that you probably didn't want to do too. One example is like if you load for any reason the habit user by mistake, that user will be sent to the front end as well. So you kind of want to just control, and you can do it by just simply doing a map like this, the stuff you are actually sending to the front end, okay? I don't know, he's keeping doing the slug situation crap. Oh, no, this is not slug situation crap. This is literally just mapping the current label. Oh, label is to use on the front end. Got you. So we got the type, and then it's just mapping the type to a label. I think what I will do here is I'm going to say, instead of doing this crap, I'm going to say the following. So instead of this, implement a method on the enum itself that returns a match statement with a title for each enum case, which is much better, okay? Then for the front end, we are rendering the dashboard, which is good. And for the dashboard, we render the track it on. We render the is today for questions of, kind of UI, I assume. Available statuses to kind of display to the user to the front end, how much status we have available. Nice. And all of the habits which are already mapped to a good front end payload. Then we also have the update, which receives an update habit request. And here we are hopefully authorizing, nice, good stuff, authorizing that update habit request, making sure the given user have access to we don't need this though. Get auth identifier, that's too much. This user ID, this is enough. There is a better way of doing this, but I literally forgot. But there is a better way of fetching the current model from the route without having to do his instance of thing, but I forgot. Use localization codex, buddy. What is that? TFC saying the following: when I set habits on the config and only had a row if completed. That's a good point. That's a very good point. You mean like just literally populating? Yeah, that's a good point. Well, that's not a good point. I'm going to explain you why. I'm just thinking like if you are adding new habits, for example, imagine that someone completed entirely his habits for day 1, day 2, day 3, but then there is a new feature on the platform that has a new habit, and then like it would be uncompleted for the previous days. I don't know if we want that. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's discussable. I would have to think about that. It's a good point though. Melok is saying I use JSON resources. Oh, for instead of mapping. That's a good point. Although, I feel like JSON resources are useful when you are reusing them. If you don't reuse them, do you actually want to have JSON resources all the time? I don't know. All right, let's keep this for now. It's good enough. Habit controller, habit, update habit status, and then we just handle and we create this from the given status. This can be replaced with enum. And here we just type, not having auto-completion really sucks though. And done. Return back to route dashboard. This can be just returned back, I think. Okay, cool stuff, cool stuff, cool stuff. What else we need? Web PHP. So we have dashboard being rendered and we have the habit stuff. Okay, this is good. Good enough, at least. We have a few tests, which I don't think I want to concern. Well, we have just basically making sure we can render the inertia page. Yeah, good enough. Update the habit status. Yep. Okay, we're using the route as well. Positive stuff. Forbids updating another user habits. Yeah, I don't typically do this because I typically think like, you know, the thing at web PHP where you just basically validate that, that's enough. Require valid status when updating an habit. Yeah, if I try to update with a different invalid status. Yeah, this is good enough. All right, let's say thanks to all of this. Whip. And now I'm going to go to the other agent and say the following. I'm going to commit this. I'm going to go to the front-end agent, and I'm going to say, I have just coded the backend, and it's ready. So check the backend and build the front end of the dashboard. Okay, let's full send it to see how it goes now. I'm wondering how much money did I spend already on Codex? Do you guys have any prediction? Ta-da-da-da, ta-da-da-da. Well, I spent exactly 1 million tokens, which is interesting. $5 already are gone, by the way. $5. That's how much money I've spent already. Just today. Okay, just today. Yeah, this stuff via API is expensive. So today I've spent exactly $5.66. Okay, chat. It's literally building now the dashboard, kind of understanding a little bit the route shape. Nice, good stuff. $13, 25 euros. Nah, it's not even a B code base exactly. Yeah, using a model through the API, it's always very expensive. You know, I think like it's just better if you use a subscription. At least I don't think I ever hit the limits on Claude, and I use Claude for a lot of stuff. So. I remember using the Claude API for a month. And my expense was $500, and I was in after 2 weeks. In the front end, it didn't even ask for a big change. Exactly, there wasn't much. Okay. It's currently like trying to understand a little bit the backend, because obviously like this was the front-end agent. So the front-end agent didn't really understood how the backend was working. It's kind of getting familiar with that. And then I think it will start working on the actual front end. It's expecting the dashboard backend, exactly. You know that you are rich and you are spending 500 and act that it's pennies. No, you know, 500 is a lot of money, but you know, if it's making me winning time at the same time, you just get that money elsewhere. You know what I mean? Anthropic says that 200 plan gives about $500 in API usage. Exactly. So I have the $200 plan now on Cloud Code. That's the one I'm using for all my stuff. And I never reached the limit of the $200 plan. Never. And I'm using always the latest model and everything. All right, chat. It's getting familiar with the backend, it's very surprising that it doesn't rely too much on Tailwind CSS. A lot of this stuff could have been done with Tailwind CSS, and it's literally just creating classes like randomly. I don't know what you guys think, but I honestly think like Claude Code is literally the top of the market at the minute. Type on the chat which model are you currently using, but I feel like Claude Code is currently the top of the market. It doesn't do mistakes like this. It would just default for Tailwind CSS instantly. Bada boop, bada boop, bada boop, bada boop, bada boom. Okay, just updated the dashboard. I think we are going to have a layout real soon. Even with the Claude Code token bug? What do you mean? Can you elaborate? Cuban Federal is saying the following: I am on $100 plan and I go rate limited once. I got rate limited once, 2 months. Claude Code Opus 4.6. Oscar is using GPT. Oh, interesting. Tafsi is using Claude Code in GitHub Copilot. Joaquinito is using Gemini. Chris is saying Codex is better with planning. He thinks more about edge cases. Yeah, but for my pace, I kind of don't want it to think about edge cases. It's more like that. That's why I like more Claude Code. How's your $30 going? So I just talked about that. It's already spent $5. Close to $6, let's say, of my entire session. Oh, chat, this is done. So let's see how it goes. All right, so I'm not logged in. So let's actually log in myself. I'm going to type here Nuno. Oh, it did lost. Interesting. Okay, let's go back home. Let's register me myself again. Nuno Maduro. Verify email. Let's actually do that again. So I'm going to go to my logs. That is 12 verifications emails. Interesting. Let me close this. Thank you. Let me open this verification email real quick. I probably should disable that for local development because it's kind of annoying. Let's do it. Invalid signature. Okay, I'm going to disable this shit for now. Let's go to user. Disable must verify email. Let's go here. Oh, it is working though. What the fuck? Oh, because I'm not verified, so it's okay. Right. It does suck though in terms of he forgot to update like the entire like sidebar and top bar and everything. So I'm going to say that to him. Let's go here. Seems that you forgot to update the entire navigation bar. What else? Sidebar as well. Settings probably as well. Yeah, settings, etc. Make sure all pages and their layouts match the tone of register, create, etc. How about the functionality itself? Okay, so I can go between days. The next day is not... Oh, it is. Never mind. Today's not Sunday, though. It is? No, it's not Sunday. 1 row per promise. Nothing record for this date. Oh, yeah, I do need to run the command, so let's actually do that. I'm going to open the terminal. View terminal. Here we go. So let's type PHP artisan create habit create daily. Create daily. Daily. Here we go. Create daily instead. Yes. So habits created for today is date. Nice. I'm going to refresh this. That's weird. A calm day sheet for the habits that matter. Quick marks, no shards fighting. Pay attention. Oh, I just need to click on today. That's weird. Okay, well, so if I click on today, I see Wednesday, 1 April 2026, which is today. Not completed at all. cool. So no beer. Yep, no beer. Oh, nice. And let me show you. You guys cannot see it, but I'm going to show you. Yeah, that will be fixed. He's working on a navigation right now, so let me just show you this real quick. So here I can complete stuff. So I didn't smoke. I did went to the gym. I drank a bunch of water. You guys seen it. So today is done. Previous day it's like nothing. Nice. Next day it's today, and it's fully done. So I could come here tomorrow and completely, kind of just check everything again. Nice stuff. And I can go back in time until, good stuff. Yeah, that was, I think the only thing he did was kind of adjusting this style here. I kind of want to see the full story. So I'm going to wait a little bit. So that was $6 and 2 hours of work. Ethan is saying the following: Codex and Claude, but to be honest, Codex works fine for me, never does such mistakes. Claude only focuses on the happy path and never think about edge cases unless I tell him specifically. Yeah, I feel like Codex definitely tries to think ahead. We saw that while building the data model, like while we were building migrations, he was already thinking about a bunch of different tables. For me, it was overcomplicated, but I can understand that some people think it's just necessary to think ahead of time. Yeah, I think like if I were to build this website like for real, I would definitely consider to gamify it. You know what I mean? I think like that would be the goal. I would definitely gamify all of this with, you would see like different people also competing with you, trying to be as performant as you. So that would be the entire goal. Oh, Jesus Christ. By the way, for those of you who have said that Codex works very well for you, are you using GPT 5.4 or are you using GPT 5.3 Codex? Because maybe this model is not like Codex code optimized, basically. Top global ranking, exactly. It would be so nice, like to see someone just being on the top one of the most healthy people ever, Oscar using GPT 5.4. Ethan using as well GPT 5.4. Okay. It is very slow though. Jesus fuck. A lot of you using 5.4. Okay. All right. It's planifying, simplifying, designing vintage styles, and now it's evaluating. I assume it's like applying the classes. Which is good. Chat, let's try to recap a little bit. What is your opinion about JetBrains Air? All right, so let's try to recap a little bit. Positive points. It's free. Okay. It's free, which is good. I'm not able, I need to double check, but it would be kind of cool if I'm able to use the Cloud Code subscription that I have on my laptop. I haven't explored that too much, but, would be kind of cool if I'm able to use the Cloud Code subscription I have on my laptop. Because that would give me like another solid reason to use JetBrains Air as a default editor. What else? What positive points we have? Oh, well, we obviously have a UI focused on agentic coding. So we have an UI focused on the chat, focus on pull requesting and reviews. That's also positive. I can quickly jump to the editor if I wanted to. Super positive on that regard as well. Obviously, negative points. It doesn't give you the same level of auto-completion in terms of PHP Storm. I would still go to PHP Storm if I'm honest. I don't think I would use this from now on. I think my default stack will still be Cloud Code CLI, PHP Storm, and Sublime Text. This is like my stack basically in terms of AI coding, and it's a good editor though. Like JetBrains Air looks a good editor. It has the potential to become very good. It's obviously missing a bunch of the stuff that PHP Storm gives me, but yeah. In terms of Codex, obviously, I'm a Cloud Code user. You use Codex to try it out. Codex is doing stuff that I don't think Cloud Code would do. Like it relied on Tailwind relied on regular CSS classes instead of going to Tailwind CSS directly. It tried to overcomplicate things at the beginning. What else? It seems slower than Claude Code, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Definitely expensive through the API, but that's expected, I guess. Claude Code is also expensive. All right, let's give a classification from 1 to 10. What do you think about JetBrains Air? I think like from 1 to 10, I would give it a 7. 7, 8, possibly 7. Well, if PHP Storm is like a 9, this will be like a 7 for sure. It's not enough to make me change from PHP Storm. Yeah, they need 100% sure plugins for PHP. 100% sure. Chris is saying Anthropic does not allow you to use subscriptions outside of Cloud Code CLI. Yeah, that sucks balls though, you know? Like I kind of wish to be able to use, because I love open code, for example, but I cannot use open code if I want to use Cloud Code subscription, which, you know, kind of sucks a little bit. This is like so slow. Jesus Christ, chat. All right. I'm going to trust, like, I'm going to just literally wait for this off stream because we cannot just wait forever. But yeah, I think like the final step would be like redesign this thing a little bit, like making sure this style here on the top, on the left as well, matches the style of the entire app. I think like I would definitely gamify this a little bit, adding some charts and some history into the table as well. We would have to deploy this on Laravel Cloud, probably migrate this to Postgres as well at the same time. Some AI features potentially, and yeah, I think like it has the potential to be a good product. I would use it myself, something like this. You would be surprised to see that most of the apps like this, they are either paid or they have ads or they suck. So, you know, I think I would use something as simple as this. So good stuff here. All right, Shep, before we close things off, don't forget, we have a new video on the channel, okay? Insanely important, new video on the channel. Let's make sure we rate someone on Twitch, and I think that's it for today. I will be back next Friday. I do need to double check because next Friday is like a national off day in Portugal, but potentially I will be coming to the stream, okay? How much resources the Air is using? Oh, yeah, because PHP Storm consumes like 4 gigabytes or whatever. Air, I have no idea. I can double check if you want. Let me double check that real quick. So where do I even check that? Monitor, I think. Yeah, activity monitor, memory. Oh my God, I'm using 30 gigabytes of memory at the minute. Kind of crazy. Oh, so Air, it's only 2 gigabytes. So Air, right now, it's only 2 gigabytes, but also has way less stuff than PHP Storm. You know, it's kind of unfair to compare. Obviously, PHP Storm has much more, it consumes much more memory because it also does much more, so. TFC saying, thanks for keeping me company on my buzz journey back home. Oh, that's awesome, dude. So yeah, 2 gigabytes of memory. Not bad. Does JetBrains have its own model? Yes, it's called a Junie. Yeah, it's called a Junie. Shit, I'm gonna rate Primagen, which is obviously like one of my favorite streamers. They are awesome. They are talking obviously probably about, you know, the latest dramas on Vue, on Axios, and Cloud Code being leaked in Cloudflare and shit like that. So I'm gonna rate them. That was awesome being with you guys. Okay, Junie's an agent, not a model. No. They have an agent as well. Wait, what? No. They have an agent. They have a model as well. Well, maybe I'm confused. Oh, is Laravel live on YouTube? You don't know. W stream, double package. Yep. Chat, before you guys leave, don't forget, go all the way down, click like on the video. Let's rate someone on Twitch as usual. I'm going to rate the Primagen, okay? Chat, catch you guys next Friday, okay? Love you all. Peace out. Boo 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 boo.